So who is ColorBox for? Let's talk about how it might be used in different environments. So there's sort of three environments that we chose as a sample: live production HDR transforms, on-set looks and color grading, and then post-production look management. So let's take a look at each one of those, and maybe you can talk a little bit about it. So the first being live production HDR transforms. So how would ColorBox fit in that environment?
It fits in really well, because of the breadth of pipelines that we offer. It gives people a lot of choice in how they do their color conversion, and where they may need that color conversion is color converting SDR sources into their HDR production format. So it could be specialty cameras, it could be a graphics machine, it could be a replay machine. It could even be a camera that's outputting log for some of the shallow depth of field looks. They're using cinema cameras in live these days. And the ColorBox can convert all of those different signals into the production format of HLG, typically for live production. And not only will it work there, but also on the output of the production switcher where, there's multiple deliverables that are required. You got to deliver PQ, you may need to down convert it to SDR for the current larger viewer audience, and those conversions can all happen with ColorBox.
Here's a look at multiple delivery formats using ColorBox in a mix of source cameras, log, SDR, converting them to various types of HDR formats that the video switcher can understand, and then outputting different delivery formats as well using ColorBox.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the intent.
Very cool. So the next use would be on-set color grading.
Yeah, so people are pushing more and more for 4K or HDR workflows on set. They don't have to be synonymous, it could be either or. And with the integrations that we've done with PalmFort and Assimilate, being able to control their looks and manage their looks and help create their looks or refine their looks on set, this is going to enable them to do that for their 4K Ultra HD, critical on-set monitoring, as well as for conversion into HDR to make sure that their look is correct.
And it'll be seamless for the user because of the dynamic LUT feature using those two software packages, right?
Yeah, it's all real time coming into the box, processed and out of the box. So very seamless for the DIT to work with the director of photography to make sure that the look is correct. And again, the preset management, being able to save that look and export it to be used maybe on another LUT box that's in production, or even sent further down the production chain to the next person in line. Very helpful.
Can you talk about this diagram a little bit?
Yeah, so this is a very simple diagram of what an on-set SDR, HDR workflow could be. Until people are comfortable with, doing a production in HDR, they still want to be able to see what their SDR is going to look like. So they may have one camera coming in and then use two color boxes, one to convert the log to HDR and another one to convert the log to SDR, all with their show LUT plus CDL. And then they can look at it on either two different monitors, or it could be one monitor that's got a setting that you can quickly change to look at both.
The other use is in post-production. Maybe you can talk a little bit about, I think we have a couple of examples here.
Yeah, so the first one I guess I kind of, keyed in on earlier, and that is, once you've created your look on set, very easy, either using the third-party software integrations that we have, or if you don't have that and you just want to export a preset and send it to somebody further down the line who's got a ColorBox, you can just email them that preset and then they can see exactly what you're seeing on set. So it helps for information sharing, getting from on set to the colorist and to the editors.
So if the colorist is using like Resolve or Filmlight or any of the popular color correction packages, you can be sent the file and they can preview it or take a look at what that is just in real time with a ColorBox.
Right, as they're making their own decisions within their color grading software.
That's so cool. So I think this is a different example.
Yeah, well, building on that, if you are a colorist and you are wanting to audition different looks, the idea here being that rather than having to render out, in these different targeted formats with your looks applied, you could simply export that LUT, import it into ColorBox, and play your clip right through it, and then you can bypass the whole rendering out. So it's very quick to audition new looks to different people.
And that would be helpful also for screening rooms, because you could create a look, email it over to the screening room, they load it into the ColorBox, it's connected up to the projector.
Yeah, and because we support 12-bit RGB workflows, people are really keen in on that aspect of it because they can get the highest precision in that transform possible for these critical screening rooms.
Well, the ColorBox I just think is so exciting, and again, it's the partner integrations, beyond just the fantastic feature set.
Yeah, the integrations that we've done are key to the success of this product. And so it's really important to have those things up front in a phase one introduction of the product. And I'd like to, thank all the partners, in working with us to make this happen and delivering it all on the same day. It's pretty impressive.
Very exciting stuff. And really just an incredible price for this box. It's just under $2,000 US, and that includes our 3-year warranty and tech support, and also a very robust 12-volt power supply. And the options, the ORION-CONVERT option and the BBC HLG LUT option, are just amazingly priced as well, just a few $100. And the AJA Color, the color front, and the NBCU LUT modes are included in the box.
Yeah.
And so, as you said earlier, the ORION-CONVERT and the BBC HLG LUTs, you can still play with them and use them in output. They're just going to have a watermark, and unless you want to license them.
Until you license them.
Is removed.
Yeah. So there's a lot that comes included in the box. Get people up and going and playing with it, and then license as needed.
And as always, please follow us on social media. Thank you, Tim, for your time. We'll talk to you soon.